Hey guys, it's Millie. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a kind of Q&A on my Instagram if you guys had any questions about body confidence, body image, school, fake friends. I did get quite a few questions and they were all quite similar, so I thought instead of going question by question, I would go by topic. Get your biscuits and watch this video. So I hope you enjoy this, guys. So the first issue I want to talk about is body confidence. I got quite a few questions saying, how do you feel so confident posting on Instagram? You look so confident when you're walking around and like you come across so confident, and oh, how are you confident in your body? How are you confident on holiday, and things like questions like that. And I got literally, I would say majority of them were about body confidence and how I look so confident online. It's so crazy to me how online you can look so different to how you really are. Like, I think if I looked from an outsider's point of view onto my Instagram, I would think she loves herself, she's overly confident. But little do you guys know that I don't always feel like that. And 100% when I'm taking them pictures, half the time I hate them so much. It's the routine now where I really just don't overanalyze my pictures anymore, and I post what I want to post, and I don't overly criticize them because I want to put stuff out there and not think about it too much, just have fun with it instead of like thinking too much about how other people are going to view it. Every time I speak to someone, the first impression I ever got of you was that you were overly confident and you were just like up yourself and stush and just love yourself too much. And I always get that, and they always say that once they get to know me, I'm completely different. I feel like it has a lot to do with my height and how I'm built. When I walk into a room, I'm usually the tallest person in there, and everyone is just like, who's this girl? Like, why is she walking in here like that? Like, people get that impression of me, but little do they know I'm actually walking into that room feeling anxious. I'm feeling scared because I know everyone's going to have opinions. I know that, like, I kind of have to dim myself down and not wear heels or not wear a certain dress, or like dress more casual, because people will just instantly think I'm just up myself, or I just love myself too much if I dress up a little bit, because I will naturally stand out because I'm tall and I'm built like that. First impressions and judgments shouldn't always last. They shouldn't be the be all and end all. I feel like you really should take the time to get to know someone. And my body confidence is literally like 0 to none. Like, I remember, so I've got bikini pictures on my Instagram. I think I've got like 2. And I was on holiday at the time, obviously. I started my peel like a few months before, and my peel helps with my skin. That putting hormones into my body sometimes makes people put on weight, and I actually put on like nearly a stone in weight. So I was much heavier than I wanted to be on holiday, and I felt so uncomfortable. I was getting into my bikinis thinking, what do I actually look like? And bear in mind, I hadn't gone up like loads of sizes, or like an 8 to 10, and then at like 2 years ago, and then at last summer, then I was like size 10 to 12, and I brought clothes on holiday that were size 10 and they weren't fitting. I was putting on my shorts and they were completely skin tight and I couldn't wear them out. I remember literally I had really nice dresses that I wanted to take pictures in, but I didn't take pictures and I didn't upload any pictures because I thought I was fat. I'm big, and you can see all of these insecurities that they're like, my arms are huge, my belly was big, and in these bikini pictures, this was me just trying to sort myself out mentally. Like, me posting these pictures was trying to make myself feel better and trying to be like, Millie, you're fine, you look fine. But I just want to say, them pictures that you see on my Instagram, they're like 1 in 1,000 pictures. People do not look like that 24/7. If you see me walking down the street or going to school, you will think she's a different human, because I don't put in I don't do my makeup every day, I don't do my hair every day, I don't dress up every day. What's wrong with me? Like, why are my legs so long but they're not skinny, they're just big? And then why is my belly not flat? It used to be flat when I was like 12 and I was a child and I hadn't gone through anything and I was not looking like a woman. I just put so much pressure on myself, and I know a lot of people believe that Instagram makes people feel worse, but for me, I really enjoy posting on Instagram because it makes myself feel better. And when I tell people I love taking photos, I love posting them, people get the idea that I'm just like, oh, I love myself and I want to post loads of pictures. And I get so many like comments of people saying like, why do you post so much? Like, people only have like 2 to 3 pictures on their Instagram, why do you have so many? And it's just, I love dulling myself up, feeling confident, and then I love taking a picture and uploading it. But it's not for anyone else but me. Like, I want to make myself feel more confident, because I know on those days where I'm laying in my bed, and we all have those days, we're literally laying in our bed, pale, feeling ugly, not feeling our best, literally you're on your phone, you go onto your Snapchat camera and you see yourself and you literally feel like crying because you're just like, how can I look like that? That is me most days for myself. But I just want to say to all you girls that see my Instagram or see my videos on YouTube and think I'm really confident, I'm far from it. I feel like a lot of people judge each other, whether like, a lot of people will look at me and think I'm slim, and I like, because I'm tall, so I look more slim from further away, and I get that a lot, like, no, you're slim, and I'm literally thinking, I don't know what you see in the mirror, because I don't know what you see, because when I look in the mirror I do not see a slim build, but then to other people they think it. So I feel like it's completely like in your own mind, and I just wanted to say that I'm not as confident as I come across, and I feel like it's really important for all of us to I don't think it could be something that's solved with all of us. I feel like it's just a mental thing that we all need to learn to accept. I feel like it's more about accepting than resolving, because I feel like, or like, even before social media, I feel like people always had insecurities, but they just were amplified with social media now. And I feel like as long as we get control of that, and when we're feeling insecure, we can tell ourselves that it's fine, I'm gonna go through this. Like, some days you're happy, some I feel too tall, sometimes I love my height, and I feel like it's great to have those days where you know you're feeling insecure that day, but you can accept that and just move on the next day and start again fresh. If you feel like you've eaten so much and you feel sick, you feel bloated, then just choose the next day you're gonna eat healthy, you're gonna eat nice balanced meals, and then you can just keep going. Like, you're constantly gonna have battles where you feel insecure in your body, and it's really not the be all and end all, and we all don't need to be perfect, because we're really not. No one's perfect. No one has the perfect smile, the perfect body, the perfect anything. So the next topic kind of thing is relationships. I feel like this is jokes. This is so funny to talk about because it's such a massive thing, especially at my age, like 15, 16, 17 and above. It's such a massive thing. Like, everyone at this age, like 16, 17, is getting boyfriends, and they're like, I need a boyfriend. Like, when am I going to get a boyfriend? Why am I so ugly? Like, why can't I get a boyfriend? Can I just say, if you are 16, 17, 18, or even younger, 13, 14, do not feel like you need to be in a relationship or need to have a boyfriend to validate what you look like or validate how you feel about yourself, because I truly believe no boy can feel insecurities or feel happiness that you don't have. And boys can mask that. They can call you pretty and then you feel a bit better, but it won't actually make you internally feel better. It will just cover up what you already feel about yourself. And I know a lot of people love relationships and think they're great, but personally at this age I really don't feel the need to be in a relationship. I feel like I want to focus on myself and focus on school and getting good grades and doing well in life, and then boyfriends can come later. I feel like a lot of young girls put so much pressure on themselves to get a boyfriend, and girls, we do not need boys. We don't need like, you boys don't need girlfriends, we don't need boyfriends. We just need to chill a little bit and not try and fill a void in our lives with a boy or a girl just to feel better, because it doesn't help. It probably makes things 10 times worse. Millie Jane has not experienced heartbreak, and I'm not planning to anytime soon, so that's great. So school can be a crappy place. Personally, I used to love school. I used to actually love education. I used to love learning, and I loved coming in every day. I used to actually get excited to come into school, and then I feel like it just went downhill from there. A fact of getting out, getting my grades, and getting as far away as I possibly can. It's hard for me to talk about, just because I know that I'm not the common person, if you get what I mean. Like, for me, popularity is a massive thing in school, and it used to be something that I would be like, oh, I need to be popular. I need to have friends, because at this point I can't be alone. The worst thing when you start school, year 7, year 8, you're like, I can't not have friends. I need to find friends. I need to be friends with everyone. And it got me like through the first couple of years. I had ups and downs it was just like normal ups and downs, like not getting along with people. And then I feel like slowly it took a toll on how I felt. And I feel like my anxiety got so much worse. I feel like the school environment is quite, like, popularity is seen as such a massive thing, and for me, like, my personality, not like anything other than that, and I feel like it has something to do with the way I've been brought up as well. I'm quite level-headed, and my personality is kind of, I don't need to fit in. If I don't get along with someone, I just don't get along with them, and I don't necessarily try, because I know who I get along with, and if I don't get along with you, that's fine, we just won't speak, we'll keep our distance. It's not necessarily like I would be rude to people, it just means that if I know you're not my sort of person, or I'm not your sort of person, we just won't speak. So I'm quite mature in that way, like I will just deal with it like in a mature way. But obviously when you're in high school, people aren't as mature as adults, so clearly it's just not going to end that easily. I feel like I had a lot of crap happen to me in high school, but I'm really glad everything that happened in high school happened to me, because I feel like now that I'm nearing the end of year 11, I'm so much more confident in how I am as a person, and what like morals I have, and it's really like made a difference in how like strong-minded I am. I feel like social media mixed with high school is legit the worst thing. Like pictures of me posted around on social media, saying every name under the sun, every single thing you can imagine said about me, but it's been online. And going into school and having like issues with people is something for me that I can deal with, because I can go to school, I can ignore them, get my work done, and then get out of school. But having to come home, get stick when you're at home, and you feel safe at home, and you're away from school and you're away from all the drama, but coming home and getting it still online, I think is the worst thing about this generation, is because you can't necessarily get away from it. So I feel like, yeah, social media has a massive part to play in like high school and things. But I just want to stress, if you're in school and you're in year 7, 8 and you've just started, I just want to like say that being nice to people doesn't cost you anything, and it's something that I know a lot of people don't see when you're in the younger years. But even as you're getting older, you should just think about what people are going through behind closed doors, and not always seeing the the top layer of things. I literally took time out of school. Like, I was going to be homeschooled, I was going to do my work at home, and I knew it was something that I didn't really want to do because I love the education of school, but I just for my mental health, I think I just needed to take a step back, and I think I just only had like a week and a half off, but it did wonders in the fact that I could just relax and work on myself mentally. But I just wanted to say that school takes a toll on the best of people. Like, I always saw myself as quite a strong-minded person, but to constantly be ridiculed just for the way I look or the way I present myself, or just because people think that I look confident, that does not ever give you a right to go at someone or be spiteful to someone just because you think that they're a certain way. Until you know that person and you've got to know what they're actually like and you've seen them with other people, you should never completely judge someone and make them feel this small, because for a tall girl, I bloody felt like an ant in them situations, and it's not good. And I feel like sometimes you just do need to take a break. And I just want to say, if you are in school and you are getting bullied or you are getting just stick off of people, just remember to not lower yourself to them standards, and not, because I know a few times I would lose it and then you just look 10 times worse. You just look like the bad person. I'm quite a dominating character, so for teachers, they instantly think that I'm okay, or I can take the stick, or I can accept people being rude to me just because I'm a strong character and because I'm tall, and I can take it because I'm tough. And I feel like that's such a huge stereotype, which really, really annoys me, because it's not always the case. And just because I come across confident to teachers and people in general, people just think it's okay to take the mick and it's okay to be rude. And I just want to say, if you're in year 11 or you're in year 10, please do not focus on drama. Don't bitch about people. Don't post things on Instagram. Don't post things on Snapchat. Don't try and make things go viral with someone, because it's not funny and it will never be funny. If you do ever feel like that, Instagram DMs are always open for any of you that want to chat. So yeah. Why is it such a bad thing to be by yourself? Like, people put so much pressure on trying to have friends and trying to be with people 24/7, and I'm sure when I'm older and when I go on and move on from school, I'm sure I'll have the friends that I want to hang around with every single day. But for now, in school environment, there's not many people that get me and get how I am, and I think that's fine. But you've just got to realise that yourself, and I've now realised that I don't constantly need to be around people and pretend that I'm someone that I'm really not. If you do feel like that and you like sitting by yourself, you're not a weirdo, you just like your own company, and that's perfectly fine. So a lot of people ask me how I revise and how I deal with school GCSEs. So GCSEs are coming up in like 3-4 months. I'm bloody terrified. I feel like I've only just kind of got over mocks and I'm kind of just getting back into the swing of things, and it's been a month, so I'm a bit scared, but I feel like I've got this. I feel like if I knuckle down, I can get the grades I want. Yeah, it's bloody scary. The way I revise, I love flashcards, and I know a lot of people do, but what I do is, for subjects like science, I'll get a notebook, I'll get the textbook, and I'll condense the textbook notes into the notebook, then I'll condense them notebook notes into flashcards, and then I'll go over them in piles and choose the ones that I need to go back over and put them in another pile, and that sort of routine. Other than that, I just English, I just practice a lot of questions, so I'll actually do just mini essays when I can. That's a good thing for English. Maths, past papers, but I'm not the sort of person to talk about maths because I'm just terrible at it, so I'm still working on that one, guys. Hopefully I'm going to do a week in a life of a GCSE student, so you'll get to see a little sneak peek into what I get up to during GCSE time and how I revise, because it will be eventful. So the last sort of thing I got a lot of questions on was my future plans after school. So I know a lot of people will go into sixth form or get in apprenticeships, or even go in college. So I was planning on going sixth form the whole of high school until I think it came to year 10, 11, and I was just thinking, I cannot see myself spending 2 more years, and I just can't deal with it. Can't deal with 2 more years of these teachers and these people. So I kind of knew then that my sixth form was not for me. But then I realised that the only sixth form that would be beneficial grades wise would be my sixth form, and that just put me right off. So I remember in year 10, I loved fashion, I loved makeup, I loved all of them sort of things. So I searched it up one day. I just said makeup colleges, found like a makeup artist uni and things like that. And then I found like a fashion college, fashion uni, and then I found fashion college I'm going to go to in September. Fashion industry as a whole is covered in my course, so it's basically equivalent to 3 A-levels, I think, just equivalent to A-levels, and I'm kind of guaranteed a work placement, but hopefully I'll be working before then. But obviously you get to network with a lot of different brands and people and managers higher up in the fashion industry. So I'm so excited. I'm starting in September. I don't know many people that are in my year that are going. I do know one person that is going in the same year as me, but I do know a few people from the older years. So yeah, it's crazy, and I'm so excited to start my journey, because once I finish school I can finally start again fresh with new people and just have some fun for once, and you'll be getting a lot of content from me. So yeah, I'm so excited. So that was the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a very long one. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure you give it a like, a comment and subscribe if you can, and I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.